The chain guard. We start off with a cardboard template cut from the ubiquitous cereal packet. Placed behind the chain wheel and chain, a line can be drawn to give an outline of the shape of the chain guard. This is then trimmed and refined to produce a pattern that can be used to draw an outline on the sheet metal. Not forgetting an allowance to be curled over to protect the chain from above. This was then cut out with plenty of clearance just to make it more manageable, and then trimmed to size at the vise. Using a rubber mallet so as to not stretch the metal, the top edge was rolled over. But even using this method, some stretching inevitably happens. This will be taken out later with the shrinker. The shrinker was also used to tuck the front edge over the chain wheel into a more manageable state, so it can be formed to cover the chain at the front. Then it was back on the form to shape it and keep it all even. It's very easy for it to distort and fall out of shape, so if you keep an eye on it and just keep it close to what it should be, it's easier to work it later. Also, using the shrinker can make the metal deform, so again, try and keep everything parallel so that you can get a basic idea of where it's going. And don't be afraid to go back to the machine to see how everything's going. Make sure that you haven't lost the shape without realizing it. The final finish is done on a stake with a planishing hammer, just to give it a nice shape and make sure everything's as tidy as you can make it. I also rolled a swage line in the bottom to stiffen up this edge. It's a very common practice to stop it getting floppy. Here I had the brainwave of putting the chain tensioner in place and using the top bolt of the mounting to also hold the chain guard in place. It was then a simple case of marking where that hole had to be and making up a little mounting for the front to screw onto the engine. And this of course has to be repeated on the other side for the drive chain. The whole lot has to be sandblasted, including the mudguards, and then everything painted and replaced. Thanks for watching.